Trophy up, do your dance when the G's up. Spaced out, got me geeked up. 10 toes on the west, can I beat us? You cannot. Shining every time they meet us. Rack 'em up, since 96. Been number one in LA, something slight, that's the gist.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very special Talking Galaxy live watch along. Today, we will be doing the El Trafico. It will be just myself today. So you're going to have to put up with me for the next couple hours. Thank you all for tuning in. We're ready. We're locked and loaded. Let's start with the lineup for the LA Galaxy. Novak Mitrovic gets the nod in net. Nothing unexpected there. Julian Ade slots in at the left back position. Also, he's been our pendant starter as of recent. And then Amiro Garces slots back into the lineup alongside Maya Yoshida. You got Miki Amane at right back, Edwin Soria in the midfield alongside Lucas Sanabria. And if you remember correctly, this was one of the predictions that I had on last podcast. I said that Lucas Sanabria would get the nod in the midfield. There's always one twist in an El Trafico, and that seems to be it for this one is, Lucas Sanabria. And what that shows to me is that the Galaxy want to be a bit more defensive in this game, and I think they want to be the transition team, which is where we've thrived a lot, I feel like. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it, honestly. I don't hate Lucas Sanabria starting. I don't think he's proved to be an excellent signing worth the $5 million that the Galaxy invested into him this offseason. I don't think he's come close to that, really, but the potential is always there for him. And what better game to go out and make a name for yourself than El Trafico for Lucas Sanabria? What's up, Stefan, in the chat? What's up, Will? We got our regulars in here. Thank you guys for all tuning in. And then also in the midfield, Marco Royce will play at the attacking midfield role for the Galaxy alongside Peck and Paintsil at the left and right wings, and Nascimento gets his first El Trafico start. This is a big one for him. We've compared him to Dejan Joveljic a lot on this podcast, and I think to be that Dejan Joveljic, you need to show up in these big games. So you need Nascimento to be an impact going forward for the Galaxy. Finish your chances. Get a goal. If you get a goal, you do your job tonight. Marco Royce will be the key player to watch in this one. He's somewhat become an LAFC killer. He's only played 2 matches against them, but he has 3 goal contributions in those 2 matches. He's never lost to LAFC. Marco Royce has never lost to LAFC. He was talking about before the match how exciting of a game this is for him because he's never done an away El Trafico. Another big aspect of this game is the fact that there will be no supporters groups. Usually there's a good atmosphere. There's a good atmosphere in these El Traficos when it goes both ways. You'll have the 3-2-5-2 and the Galaxy away section battling at it all game. Not the case this time. So I'm not sure what the atmosphere is going to look like. I'm sure it will still be very noisy, and I know a lot of Galaxy fans going to this regardless, even if they're not going to be in the supporters section. Score predictions in the chat. Score predictions. Drop them in before this match. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's ever been a live watch along of an El Trafico before. So I'm very excited to take the reign on this right now, and it's going to be a long journey. Make sure you guys get your popcorn. Get ready for this match. We got 3-1 in the chat. 3-1 to which team though? 2-1 Galaxy. 2-0 Galaxy. There's some good optimism in there. Me personally, okay, first of all, let's go over the LAFC lineup real quick. You got Lloris in net, Hollingshead, Segura, Tafari. The big thing with them is their back line's very injured, especially their center back position, I think, is very weak for them right now. Aaron Long is out for the rest of the year. Lost Marlon Santos. Palencia is right back. Mark Delgado in the midfield. You get the Delgado revenge game as well. Igor Jesus and Tillman, and then the front 3 of Bowango, Daz, and Delrosin, who we haven't played against. He is on loan from Club America. This is really interesting. I think this game ultimately is dictated by who scores first. If the Galaxy are able to get on the scoreboard first, and they could really dictate how this game goes, in my opinion. We're better. in the counterattack. I feel like right now we played possession a lot, and it just ends stale. It really ends stale. I think the Galaxy lack end product when they're playing possession, especially without Ricky Puig. But almost playing away in this one favors them a little bit. The LAFC is also a counterattacking team. Thing to watch out. Guido Gonzalez Jr. is the referee for this match, by the way, if any of you guys keep up with that. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how good of a referee he is. I know that we have 1 win with him as the center ref, and LAFC have 4. But that could also just be a reflection of how this season's going for the LA Galaxy right now. What's up, Tab, in the chat? Wish you could be here, man. Justino as well. Gonna have to go to the next home game. Is Leagues Cup for the Galaxy. This is one of 2 road games. We got the Houston Dynamo after this. Really interesting to see how this one pans out. I think the Galaxy are going to need to get off to a really good start and really maintain that. If we go down, I think it has potential for this one to potentially, get ugly. So we don't want to go down first. They're a lot better when they're able to force the Galaxy, force the Galaxy's hand. Zonka not starting automatically makes us better. Amiro Garces gets the nod back in the defense, and I'm so relieved to see Amiro Garces back. Welcome back, open arms, because Zonka is terrible. It's like starting a game down 1-0 every single time Zonka starts. So, Ant with the bold prediction that LA is going to win this one. Yeah, I think an LA team, it's going to end in a draw because you said that, though. It's going to end in a draw. This is not a new house. I've just been moving a lot with college and whatnot. Score prediction for this match, you guys can keep dropping them in the chat. I think the Galaxy will unfortunately lose 3-1. I think our lone goal will come from Nascimento. Look, I really, really worry about the Galaxy going down early in this one. Our defensive lapses and struggles are real. I think this team is significantly bad defensively. Set pieces are another issue that's lingered over since last season. So I think and that's one of their strong suits. That's something that's always worried me in this matchup. They're going to be able to have a field day with the Galaxy if they can get on the scoreboard first. And I think they will. I think Denny Bouanga will get a penalty kick in this match. It's part of their game plan. It is what it is. It's unfortunate that he's not being dished out yellow cards for this at a point. You'd expect it. I think it will be a closer match than 3-1, though. I think it will be 3-1, but the score line really should be 2-1. Maybe they add a late goal in this one. But yeah, guaranteed, if you're a betting man, you could bet on a Denny Bouanga penalty kick in this match. It happens every time. So frustrating because if the Galaxy play how they should against Denny Bouanga and play tight and close, marked on him, Miki Amane has the game of his life. It might not even matter because there might not be any contact and he'll go down in the box and the referee, I don't know why the referee association hasn't really noted it in recent times, but they just give him penalties. It's been, I think, 3 straight matches LAFC have gotten a penalty for Denny Bouanga, and he's converted all 3. How many fights in BMO? Hopefully not many. Hopefully not many. I think the lack of supporters groups in this game, and I know some people going to this match are not wearing their Galaxy gear as well, just to stay more safe, which, you can't blame them. There's a reason why I'm not at this match right now. Apart from the supporters groups, I wasn't planning on going to this one anyway. I do not enjoy the away El Trafico experience. I went to San Diego this year and I really enjoyed that. Actually. The fights weren't good at the end. There was a massive brawl, captured all the headlines of that. But, the real thing about that San Diego match was the fact that San Diego, I feel like, treated the Galaxy fans how they should. They gave us enough space. They gave us concession stands, bathroom accessibility, which doesn't sound like much, but you'd be surprised the kind of conditions that LAFC puts Galaxy fans in at BMO, along with their fan hostility, is just ridiculous. I've never seen a fan base hate another team more than they love their own. But they exist, and they're the Plasticos. So, unfortunately, I do not see the Galaxy winning this one. I think best case scenario, we escape with a draw. I think we can escape with a draw potentially from this match. A win, we haven't done it. in an MLS regular season game since 2020, and that was behind closed doors. That was with no fans in attendance. That was back during COVID. The Ethan Zubak game, just there's always a weird El Trafico goal scorer. I feel like that comes about every single year. So maybe we'll get like last year was Ade for me. Last year Ade was the weird El Trafico goal scorer. I think this year freaking Cuevas will get a goal or something. Who knows? Should be interesting. Let me get the stream pulled up here as we're getting closer to kickoff time. Kickoff is at 7:40. Kickoff is at 7:40 for this match, according to Joe Totino, and we all trust Joe very much, well respected in the Galaxy community, so we'll take his word. We're gonna get this set up for all of you guys. We're here. I'll be here live, play-by-play commentary of LAFC, LA Galaxy versus Chivas USA, and I don't think I'm logged into my Apple TV. Really? Well, what's up with my Apple TV right now? Usually it's working, but it's trying to get me to subscribe right now. But I'd like to think that I mean, the last few times I've signed into Apple TV, I've been fine. So I don't know what's going on right now. Technical difficulties over here, but we'll get it sorted. Keep dropping predictions in the chat if you guys got any questions for this match. I think Diego Fagundes not starting is an interesting one by Greg Vanney. We'll see how that ends up, panning out. It's like bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him type of thing. Fagundes has been fine in the midfield, I think. So, but we got to be very cognizant of LAFC, and their counterattack game is very lethal and dangerous. So Lucas Sanabria provides a lot defensively, and he's kind of come around recently, but I just think him alongside Edwin Cerrillo hasn't worked out as much as I would hope it for. So, we shall see. Any day the stream wants to work will be perfect for me. I'm surprised this isn't a free game, to be fair. I feel like if you want to draw fans into Major League Soccer, you'd make this a free game. I swear I have an Apple TV login somewhere. In the meantime, I think let's see. The goal scorers, Mark Delgado might get one. That's another interesting one. Mark Delgado is going to definitely want to take revenge against the LA Galaxy. So if you want to do a cheeky one, I think Mark Delgado goal scorer. It's like that meme that you saw. I don't know if you guys watched the Club World Cup, but there was a meme after it because the Chelsea player like tried so hard to score against his former club, just hit the respect celebration. So, of course, Jose, what's up, man? We're just getting our stream set up right now, making sure that we are good to go for this one. 7:40 kickoff, everyone. We're in for a ride tonight. We are in for one. Why is there a delay? Major League Soccer always has delays. It's been around for as long as I've been a supporter of the league. If you have a match kicking off at 7:30, it'll kick off 10 minutes later. And I would assume it's a broadcasting thing. They want to have 10 minutes of lead up going into the match. If it's bigger matches, it'll be like 25 minutes. But for this one, it's just 10, luckily. So let me see. We are signing into Apple right now. So we'll see how it goes. I think the Galaxy have a good shot at, if I had to put odds on it, I would say probably 5% we win, 20% we draw, 75%, which given our current state, you'll probably take that. We're tied for last in the league right now. We have a chance to break out of that, though. Big game right now. Let's see. We're almost signed in. The match is about to kick off. We are 1 minute away. Drop your final score predictions. You can't take it back after the fact. So drop it now. I have 3-1 Galaxy loss. We finally got the stream set up right in time here. Let's see. They got a tifo. We got a tifo from LAFC supporters. I believe that is about the ICE raids in Los Angeles. And once again, Galaxy supporters groups, if you missed it, not here for this match. So that is one of the headlines. Leading headlines is the fact that we will not have the supporters groups, which is such a big role. They play such a big role in these matches. Drop score predictions. We are almost here. We got 9-0 in the chat. Let me just... All right, we should be good. I don't want to hear these commentators. They usually just glaze LAFC the whole time, so I'm good on that. We are underway. We are underway right now. I'm not sure what that kickoff routine was, but we're here now. Miki Amane is going to take the throw in. Really weird. Let me try to set this up a little better for me. Miki Amane, Mark Delgado looking in the midfield. Definitely not the colors that you want to see him in. That was one of the headlines of the offseason. Probably the player that we've missed most so far is Mark Delgado. Joseph Paintsel is playing more like a striker role in this match. I haven't really seen that, but at least from the opening kickoff, he's playing more centrally than we've seen him. Seems like he's certainly shifting back to that left wing now. LAFC with Eddie Segura, obviously, we talked about the fact that their center backs really lacking depth. I think Tafari maybe gets his first start or one of his first starts of the year for them. So definitely want to test that back line if you're Joseph Paintsel in the LA Galaxy. Make sure that we could use our speed to get in behind it. We're climbing through the midfield right now. Julian Ade. Ade plays it out wide to Joseph Paintsel. Paintsel running in. Paintsel burns him. That has to be a foul. Will it be a yellow card, though? Oh, did they not call that? Really? That's an interesting. That absolutely has to be a foul there. Joseph Paintsel, I mean, you could see evidently he just pulls him back. I'm not sure if Paintsel gets on the end of that one or if he just runs it out of bounds like he's done so much this year, but that's regardless a foul. Not called. Lucas Sanabria, good slide tackle in the mixer there. I'm not sure why that other tab hasn't updated yet. We'll keep an eye on that. Denny Bouanga in for LAFC, plays a ball for Nate Ordaz. Terrible ball by Denny Bouanga. He thought he was going to continue his run there. And Novak Mitrovic, who is getting his first El Trafico start. You definitely want to make sure that his nerves are in the right place for this game. He's been really good, I think, recently. Novak's definitely kept us in some games. A lot of people blamed him for the Zonka mistake on the second goal last game, which I think is a bit ridiculous because Zonka clearly just doesn't shield the ball. Novak Mitrovic sprays it wide to Miki Amane. Marco Royce, the LAFC killer. Out wide to Ade. See why Ade's in this one. He provides so much going forward, which is something the Galaxy have been lacking all year, is a creative outlet. And ever since he came back from that one injury, he's been spectacular for the Galaxy. Bouanga's hair looks better than most females I've seen with his braids. Yeah, it's an interesting one there. Amiro Gar says, all right, Amiro Gar says just, okay, he wins it back, but that is a bad touch into Denny Bouanga. Poor giveaway by him, but does the recovery there. I was a bit worried he was about to get torched, but he has the pace to catch up with that ball for sure. A little mistake by Gar says you want to shake off the nerves in this match. Attendance wise, I mean, there's definitely some empty seats. Pretty unusual for an El Trafico, but then again, you kind of consider the context that the Galaxy are tied for the worst team in Major League Soccer right now. So I don't think that should surprise anybody that maybe this might be the least hype El Trafico of all time, really, just with everything going on. So, not all too surprising. And Los Angeles traffic, it'll probably fill up as it goes along. Galaxy building out of the back now. I think LAFC is comfortable dropping back and allowing the Galaxy to have the line share possession. Maya Yoshida into Nascimento. Nascimento's dropping in like a false nine position right now. Marco Royce playing a very advanced. He's not dropping into the midfield as much as that creative outlet. And we just spray it out of bounds. Really poor ball. I believe that was Edwin Cerrillo. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a bit sloppy early on. You could definitely see that the Galaxy have more of the nerves. LAFC are just comfortable dropping back. Mark Delgado on the ball. I swear, if Mark Delgado just scores and celebrates against us, I think my heart might break. It might just, might just break live on the stream. I would hate to see that. I think he celebrated, and he celebrated before for them, and he was like pointing to the badge, and I was like, don't do that, don't do that. I also love how petty these rivalries are, because like it says like LAFC Galaxy, like they can't even acknowledge the Los Angeles in that. So I think that's another little petty thing that they do. Dillerson working Julian here, another interesting matchup. Sprays into Bouanga into Garces. Galaxy having trouble clearing that one out. Nate Ordaz wins that. We have to do better clearing that one out there. Retains the ball with LAFC possession through Mark Delgado to Igor Jesus. Sergi Palencia now. Dillerson. Tillman. Maya Yoshida looking for the offside flag. Amiro Garces comes to collect. Trying to just spray it for Paintsel, but he gets on the end of that one. In all fairness, no, don't call the foul there. Really? Like, okay, if you're going to call that, you got to be consistent is my issue there. You got to be consistent, because Sergi Palencia, really, that was even lighter. That was even lighter than the one that Palencia did on Joseph Paintsel, and they call it the other way. Maintain consistency. If you're going to call that, you got to call the first one as well. Galaxy throw in, terrible switch by LAFC. It's obviously Steve Cherundolo's last year's LAFC gaffer. Interesting decision that they made there. I'm not really sure. As a rival, I think I'm okay with them having some turnover in that role. You can't be ungrateful for an MLS Cup winning coach, because they don't come along often. So I think that was a really weird decision on their behalf. But what's up, Thomas? I'm okay with them making that. Marco Royce. High press by LAFC early on in this match. It should be interesting to see how long they keep that up for, because that's going to drain their energy very quickly, versus the Galaxy, who are able to, work around the ball. But all it takes is one counterattack. All it takes is one counterattack for LAFC to be able to, get on the score sheet. Now you see Royce dropping all the way back, almost like a defensive midfielder, or like a deep lying playmaker. Something you really haven't seen from him. But yeah, we are holding our own. 8 minutes in, and I will say that the Galaxy are holding our own in this match. The away section is there. It's there. I see it. I see the Galaxy away supporters. It's not as filled as it usually is. You could definitely spot some empty seats in there, but there is an away section for you guys. But no chance going on. At least it's more just, where they decided to put Galaxy fans. Denny Bouanga plays Nate Ordaz, and Nate Ordaz has a shot. Novak Mitrovic not really tested there. It will go out for a goal kick. Nate Ordaz obviously had a goal in the first game against the Galaxy, their first meeting this year, which ended in a draw. I think if there's anything we took away from that game, it was the fact that we fought back. We fought back, and I think he had a moment of brilliance from Marco Royce into that match with the free kick that he hit late into the 82nd minute there. Peck's down right now. Not what you want to see from an LA Galaxy standpoint, but it looks like he should be okay. It looks like Hollingshead gets the ball before he gets him, in all fairness, but he definitely does get some Peck there. But Hollingshead with the tackle, and it kind of trickles down to Gabriel Peck. Peck limping it off in some discomfort, but, gave the thumbs up to the coaching staff that he should be okay for the time being. Maya Yoshida, back to Novak Mitrovic. Mitrovic needs to be careful with his distribution in this game. I think Novak Mitrovic at times has been a little shaky. Young goalkeeper. This has really been his first stint as the starter. Oh, that's absolutely a foul there. Yeah, okay. Well, we get the call, but he just yanked him back. That wasn't even particularly close. Greg Vanney, been the gaffer since 2021 for the LA Galaxy, obviously coming off of the MLS Cup victory last year. Miro Garces should be interesting tactically. I mean, like we explored in the live podcast, there's always something for this game that the Galaxy change up from normal games. I think if we were playing a team like New York City or something, we would played. This ball goes right into Hugo Lloris's hands, but it's a cross. It's a moment, and they try to play Denny Bouanga, and behind LAFC are, if the Galaxy coaching staff are smart, which, they're MLS Cup winners, so I'd assume that they are smart guys, they would probably have noted the fact that Hugo Lloris likes to play it out of the back very quickly and catch Denny Bouanga in transition. So keep an eye on that. Joseph Paintsall on the ball, working on Timothy Tillman. He's going to opt to just play it back and look for options. LAFC holding their shape very well. They're definitely bending, not breaking here. You could tell the Galaxy are really struggling to find options as they just spray it wide. Ryan Hollingshead tries to deal with it. Gabriel Peck on the ball now. Miki Amane has a crossing option to Peck. Lucas Sanabria getting stuck in. Nate Ordaz going back. You're going to have to see Marco Royce take a lot of the load going back defensively. He's going to have to do more running than he's done probably all season in this game. You see him take on a lot of minutes in recent times with the Galaxy. So want to be, want to make sure that he's good to go for a full 90 because you're going to need Marco. You're going to need Marco for as long as the Galaxy are competitive in this match. That's what I hate about this team. Their defense is so sharp. I mean, I'll give them credit. These are two center backs that don't usually start for LAFC, and they've been holding their line very well, limiting Joseph Paintsall in behind, who's a danger. And once again, LAFC just plays it out. This is a very sloppy game. This is a very sloppy game so far. Definitely not the look that you want to see from either team when it comes to passing. I think it's been unorganized at times, and hasn't really been much. I'm not sure if you guys can. No, I don't think so. But one day we're gonna unlock super chats. One day we will unlock super chats, and you guys will be able to support the podcast in a different way. But I could see who has the most XP. Let's see. I think that's Jose with the most XPs. Lots on the goat up there too. We got a lot of people who've been tuned in the whole time. Appreciate you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe while you are here. The Galaxy looking to get their fourth win and first away win of the 2025 campaign. It's been amazing that we haven't won an away game. I think our closest one I could recall is the Philadelphia game. We just completely bottled second half. Nascimento pressuring Hugo Lloris, who just sends it up to Bouanga, who's, their outlet man there. They try to do everything going forward through him. Edwin Cerrillo stepped on by Nate Ordaz in the midfield. He's down in some discomfort too. Absolutely a foul. I'm not sure what the argument is there. I'm trying to think. Nate Ordaz looks like the specific character, like animated character, and it's not a very flattering one. It might be from Star Wars or something. Somebody please help me out there. Nate Ordaz looks like somebody not very appealing. Depending, Edwin Cerrillo's back up now. Definitely need him. He's pivotal to everything the Galaxy do going in the midfield. He's been the anchor. He's been the guy that they, I've been waiting for since they brought him in. Last year, he really broke into the team. Oh, that is absolutely a foul on Marco Royce. He just shoves him in the back. Eddie Segura shoves Royce into the back. Let's see. Peyton cooked me in futsal. Hey, we got to run that back. Galaxy Park for Leagues Cup. I should be there for Leagues Cup. I try to go to every match that I can. Futsal, who cooked me in futsal was at least his team did, was like Alex Thor, which was interesting. But yeah, we'll definitely have to run some Galaxy Park futsal again. Get Jody in the mixer. Get Jody and Griffin in the mixer. Griffin played last time. Marco Royce swings it into the box. Royce looking for Yoshida. Lloris comes out. Good punch on that, but Lloris still scrambling. Ade takes a shot over the bar. Not a bad look from the LA Galaxy. Not a bad look. I think that shot selection by Ade was a bit audacious, but I don't hate it. I think the cross was good. It was a good cross. Just I think Yoshida would have been offside if he got ahead on that. They would have probably called that goal back. I think ideally you want to see that ball be a bit more driven. I think with the height that it had in the air, it gave Hugo Lloris a lot of time to read it. But if you drive that ball in, Ade, good pickup by Julian Ade. Ade has Peck running through the middle. Peck is frustrated, doesn't get on the end of that one, as they opt to just go a bit slower pace right now. Edwin Cerrillo into Marco Royce. Ade playing very advanced right now. Maya Yoshida. Back to Edwin Cerrillo. Amiro Garces out wide to Miki Amane. Miki Amane now into the midfield. Miki Amane playing very inverted. Seeing different combinations. Amane shifted all the way to the left back position. He's near where Julian Ade would usually occupy. And then you see Peck take up. It looks like the Galaxy are shifting more to 3 at the back going forward. Peck's all alone on that wing right here. Let's see if they get it towards him. Amiro Garces. And indeed, they do go to Peck. Peck's under some pressure, plays it into Nascimento. Nascimento tries to take it around Eddie Segura. Eddie Segura takes it out for a corner kick. LA Galaxy. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. It's still early on. It's still 16 minutes into this match, but I like what I see from the LA Galaxy. See who takes this. It looks like Royce will take the corner kick. Peck would have taken it if we went a bit sooner. I want to see this one, please. Please, soccer gods, get this past the front post. I'm not even asking for a goal from this, but look, just get it past the front post. Okay. I'm going to refrain from commenting until this play is over. Yeah, why do we do the short corners? Why do we do that? Okay. That's okay. Nate Ordaz is in for LAFC. Luckily, our defense gets back in time. But can we give up the short corners? Please, I'm begging you, Greg Vanny. It's just get the ball into the box. Oh my days, that makes me mad. It's going to be a foul on the Galaxy. LAFC are going to have a free kick in our third. It looks like Julian Ade committed the foul. I'm so sick of our set piece routines. It's been an issue since last year. If I can be critical, one thing on the 2024 LA Galaxy is the fact that our set pieces, taking and defending, were terrible. And it's lingered over into this year. Please, give me a break, man. We're like, yeah, let's play it short and then just lose the ball and play Nate Ordaz in behind. Cheers, Greg Vanny. And whoever makes up that stupid routine just infuriates me. Ran over LAFC set piece. Looks like Denny Bouanga will stand over it alongside Dillerson. Galaxy holding a line that Julian Ade seems to be a bit behind in. You got to make sure that everyone's doing their job. They whip it into the box. It will go out for a Galaxy goal kick. Nobody gets on the end of that. Looks like Tafari was the closest to it. It was in the right spot for them, though. I think that was dangerous that the Galaxy didn't end up clearing that out. If a set piece trickles all the way to the to a goal kick position, you usually are wondering how it even bounced that far, especially from that position. But the Galaxy didn't get anything behind it. Luckily, neither did LAFC. It looks like his shoulder is definitely in some pain for Nascimento. Yeah, they're gonna stop the match. I don't know if that's a dislocated shoulder. I'm not gonna speculate on that one, but he's in some absolute pain. Nascimento is. It looks like he just tried to commit a foul. And I don't know if that got him in the face. It was on Mark Delgado, funny enough. It was on Mark Delgado. Oh yeah, Mark Delgado elbowed him. Mark Delgado, I would tend to say that's accidental. But Mark Delgado with the foul against the Galaxy, man. No foul call is interesting, though. because usually that would at least be a foul. But the Galaxy get the ball back though, so we'll definitely take that. Maya Yoshida now into Lucas Sanabria, battle of the number 8s. Although Sanabria plays more like a 6, I'm not so sure why we even scouted him and brought him in. No offense. I think he could be a talented player. I just think, our player ID hasn't been good when it comes to scouting, at least since Michael Steffens left. And Sanabria is the result of that. Somebody is having to play a number 8 role that's probably never played that in his life. So we'll see how that goes. Joseph Paintsil. We're not doing bad. 20 minutes in. This isn't horrible. This isn't horrible from the LA Galaxy. Maya Yoshida on the ball. Julian Ade. Ade into Cerrillo. Yoshida sprays it out wide, switches. By the way, Nascimento is good as this ball is aimed for him. Ends up at Mark Delgado's feet. Delgado's covering so much space in this match. And Boanga's in. Miragar says it will track him down, but it looks like Nate Ordaz is in the middle. Miragar says, I love you. Thank you so much. I was so worried that he was just going to burn him there. And what a tackle by Amiro Garces. Absolutely probably saves a major chance for LAFC there. Nascimento trying to play into Peck. Sanabria, like, he stinks, man. Like, I'm not trying to be nitpicky on him. I don't rate him. I really don't rate him. I think he still has potential, but I'm not very impressed with what I've seen from him. Mark Delgado now. Galaxy on their back heels. Joseph Paintsil dropping back to defend. At least it's an organized unit, as it appears for the Galaxy going back. Everyone's doing their role. Even Nascimento's dropped very deep here. Switches wide to Eddie Segura. But yeah, what a tackle by Amiro Garces. That absolutely has to be said. Huge. Nate Ordaz was in the middle waiting to receive that ball and be in behind the Galaxy back line. And we just did a phenomenal job stopping them there. All credit to Amiro. I was a bit concerned, but proved me wrong. Julian Ade. The Galaxy are going to take their time on a throw in here. And that's really the matchup to watch. That is, looks like Gerard Piqué is there alongside Ricky. just got all of Ricky's friends and family just chilling in a suite right now. I'm sure he wishes he could be playing in this match. What a difference he would be able to make. Edwin Cerrillo. I mean, yeah, you usually have your owners in the press box or in one of those suites, so it makes sense that Ricky's in there for LAFC. LAFC have a throw in the Galaxy, attacking, Galaxy attacking half. Amiro Garces again wins that, but yeah, as we were talking about earlier, I think Denny Boanga on Amiro Garces will really dictate how this match goes. Once again, he gets the best of the Denny Boanga. I think Amiro Garces has done a fantastic job so far, given all things. We're going back to Ricky. What game are they playing over there? A couple of them are playing games on their phone, I think. I think the match has already bored people out of their mind. No major chances so far for either team. I think the only real opportunity was I guess Julian Ade shot that just blasted over the bar. I mean, I wouldn't even really count that. Mark Delgado. Both teams really trying to settle in and adjust to this game. But we haven't conceded. Ladies and gentlemen, we're through 24 minutes and we have not conceded. Knock on wood, we have not conceded. So it's a better start than we've seen recently. Are we really going to call that too? Okay. They're going to call a foul on the Galaxy for taking down Igor Jesus. Boanga gets the best of Miki Amane. Looking for options, though. Mark Delgado's calling for it. Mark Delgado receives. Igor Jesus now. Ryan Hollingshead. Hollingshead into Bouanga. Don't let him shoot. Maya Yoshida hits that with his bum. We will absolutely we'll take the bum shot, right? Okay. We'll take the bum shot from Maya Yoshida to make sure that we do not concede. Nascimento's getting scrappy. That is absolutely a foul. I like the passion from him. Igor Jesus is being battered a little bit, but you know, it's the nature of the rivalry here for the LA Galaxy. Possession, Galaxy have 61% possession, the LAFC's 39. So that would indicate that the Galaxy are dominating this match so far, but you know, anything can happen at any moment. My stream's lagging a bit. Oh, Bouanga's in. Don't do the backflips. Don't even do that. Mate, we're terrible. Like what are you trying to accomplish with the backflips there? We're everyone scored on us. You're not special. I mean, that's, you know, we talk about possession and it just doesn't matter. It just does not matter because like I said earlier, all it takes is one. Is he on? Is he onside? Yes, he is. Amiro Garces leads him on. That was the matchup to watch. And Amiro Garces gets burnt by Danny Bouanga, gets played in behind, and he tucks that away. Nothing really Novak Mitrovic is able to do. Our back line's just terrible. I mean, welcome to the 2025 LA Galaxy. Is anyone really surprised? I mean, you shouldn't be. Let's see. Let's make sure this match doesn't get ugly. Yeah, do your backflips, man. You're such a cornball. You're gonna be crying on the floor in 5 minutes. Okay, he's gonna pull out a jersey fair and long. Like he's gonna be crying on the floor in like 5 minutes, begging for a penalty that they'll probably. That's not Novak's fault though. That's really not Novak's fault. Like it's a 1-on-1. I mean, I'm not really blaming Novak Mitrovic. I'm blaming Amiro Garces for the fact that he kept him on side and got burnt by Danny Bouanga and behind. He's supposed to be the speedy center back, something you'd expect to see out of Maya Yoshida. And, you know, Amiro Garces just gets burnt. Not really anything Novak can do there. He's in behind from a, you know, solid angle just to bury that far post. Not much you can do. Edwin Surrio just plays it out. Of bounds. No, that's fine too. I mean, we don't have to have the ball on bounds. We could just do that 4 times this game. Completely fine with me. You know, this Novak hasn't blocked a single ball. I mean, that was their first shot. That was LAFC's first shot of the game, really, and that was the goal. It was just a really difficult angle for him to, you know, really do anything in. If he just tucks that far post like he did, I mean, there's nothing he could do. Amiro Garces has been really the one at fault for that one. Mitrovic is under pressure. We'll spray that wide. The ball takes a bounce. He gets fouled. In the tracks there. Lucas Sanabria. Amiro Garces into Sanabria. It's all about the response now. Will the Galaxy just fold like we've seen in previous games and let LAFC run up the score on them, or can we have a response? We'll definitely see. Are you drunk? Send him back to Serbia. Nah. Mitrovic has been fine. I'm not sure why we're blaming that goal on him. It was clearly Amiro Garces. Peck not able to get on the end of that. Just seems like we're out of ideas right now. We're just like, hey, let's spray the ball up. Let's just spray it up and pray that we could either get Paintsel or Peck on the end of it. If we see another replay of this goal, Miro Garces just gets, yep, we need Cabral. It started. Let's start the chant, everyone. Hugo Lloris under some pressure. Danny Bouanga just plays that one out for a Galaxy throw in. Not a good touch by him. Maya Yoshida now. Into Marco Royce. Julian Ade Galaxy shifting into a 3-back once again. It looks like Ade, Yoshida, and Garces are the pairing when that happens. And then sometimes you'll see Edwin Cerrillo drop into center back position. Novak's better than McCarthy. I mean, that's not a high bar, but yeah. I'm not completely sold on Novak either. I mean, I'm not saying like he's the guy for the Galaxy going forward. I'm just as this ball goes into Marco Reus. Yeah, I'm not saying that Novak's the guy going forward. Like for sure for the Galaxy. I just think blaming him for that play is ridiculous because he had no part in it. Besides, making a half-ditch attempt at trying to save it if it went near post for whatever reason, which it was never. Yeah, his defense just leaves him out to dry as we've done all year. Hollingshead calling for a foul or calling for a handball, and Denny Bwanga not going to get it. Bwanga dropping deep. Bwanga trying to find an outlet or Nate Ordaz. Delgado finds it. Nate Ordaz is in. He has Bwanga in the middle. He finds him back post. Dillerson buries it. It's 2-0 LAFC. This game's going to get really bad. This game's going to get really, really bad right now. We've completely folded. I mean, you were looking at what was going to happen from a Galaxy standpoint after you concede the first goal and what the response was going to look like. It's this. Classic defense. Like, who's back post? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Do you think CR7 could fit in the Galaxy? He could fit in any team, and he's just not coming. Our defense is shambles. I mean, we can't do that though. We like, why did they don't allow us to do the flares and stuff? So I mean, that's just a bit annoying there. It's is there an offside in that though? I think he's offside. I want to see another angle on that. It's either he's marginally onside or if he was onside, I think my Yoshida is the one who keeps him on. Definitely want another replay on that. But yeah, Dilrosun's just in behind. I think that's Julian Ade's man. Yeah, I think it's Julian Ade's man. I mean, I don't really know it's not offside. They're not gonna go back for that one. We're down 2-0 here, and we shouldn't be surprised. I mean, we really shouldn't be surprised that the Galaxy are folding in this match. And let's just pray that this doesn't get really, really bad. Let's hope that we can keep this game within reason, but I have my doubts. I think that this is just an exceptionally bad LA Galaxy team. I mean, it's almost laughable at this point. You can't make up how bad this back line is. So it is what it is. It really is what it is. Everyone's beat us this year. So, I wonder what Ricky's thinking. Is Taylor Twellman on this game? I would actually be carving out my ears right now. I would be creasing right now. I would not. Joseph Paintstill has a shot. Ooh, really good shot from Paintstill out of nothing, really. I mean, Joseph Paintstill just has a shot from maybe 25 yards, and it forces Hugo Lloris to give up a corner kick there. Yeah, Burns Tafari maybe takes a little deflection on the way. We'll take that, but please stop the short corner. If I see a short corner, the game's truly gone. The game is truly gone if this is a short corner right now. They swing it into the box. They get a head on it. Whip it back in. They need to go back post. They do. Can they find Peck? Peck heads it in. That may have taken a touch off of LAFC. Yeah. Oh, penalty. It's a penalty. Let's go. It's a lifeline. It's an absolute lifeline for the LA Galaxy that ends up. Yeah, it's a penalty. It's non-debatable, really. I think Hollingshead even knows that it's a pen. But, we have our penalty struggles. It looks like Nascimento and Peck are standing over the ball. I think Peck will inevitably end up taking this. He drew it, and I think that's the Galaxy's MO this year is whoever draws it, takes it. Hollingshead, no debating there. Usually there's some debate after a penalty. There is no debate in this. He just it's a bit unfortunate to him, but it absolutely is. It's time to convert this penalty. Please convert this penalty, LA Galaxy. I'm begging you. Gabriel Peck, his last two penalties, he had a goal when he went in the right side, and just pick a corner. Pick a corner, whether it's bottom corner, top corner, preferably bottom corner, but pick a corner and stick to it. Do not aim towards that middle. Let's see how this pans out. Gabriel Peck stands over the penalty kick for the LA Galaxy. Can we convert and go? We'll still be down, but get a lifeline in this match. Peck stands over it. Gabriel Peck. Can he bring the Galaxy back in? Steps up. Peck. Goal. Goal. Swivel on it. Swivel on it. That is a goal for the LA Galaxy. It's a lifeline. It is an absolute lifeline. Out of nothing, really. I mean, the Galaxy haven't, I'm posting my goal right now. The Galaxy haven't really, been great in this match, especially defensively, but we will take that. Let's see. He, like I said, he picked a spot. I'm just posting the goal right now. Like it up on a Galaxy Buzz. Shameless plug. I am LA Galaxy _Buzz, everyone. And Gabriel Peck puts the Galaxy within touching distance of LAFC. So lovely, lovely stuff. And yeah, you let the worst team in Major League Soccer score on you. So that's very embarrassing from their standpoint. Here we go. The Galaxy working it out of the back. Peck calling for it again. That is Peck's third goal on the year, I believe. Yamane tries to play Peck in, just slightly overhit. Yamane, what is he doing? Yamane, mate. Yamane, no. He just gets torched. Denny Bouanga back on the ball. No foul. Oh, Bouang is back on it, though. And we win it very well there. It will be a Galaxy throw, and the referee's not biting for any of that, any of the antics there from Denny Bouanga. Breathe, everyone. Breathe. We are back in this match, at least for the time being. Gabriel Peck penalty kick sends this one within one goal. It gives us some of the momentum for sure. Gives us some of the momentum. Peck drew the penalty. No debate on it. You won't really see. Even Hollingshead kind of knew that was just the case. But let's see the response. Can we get a second goal? Can we draw level with LAFC? Will that be a momentum change out of nowhere? Possibly. Hollingshead, header. Yamane plays it back to Novak. Novak has to be calm under pressure with Denny Bouanga closing him down. Denny Bouanga. Novak sends it into the midfield for Nascimento. Just loses the ball. Eddie Segura now to the back. Galaxy pressing up high. LAFC break out of it. Timothy Tillman. Tillman's going to have a shot. Tillman rips it off of a Galaxy defender into Ryan Hollingshead. Hollingshead will, travel into the Galaxy box, try to find Bouanga. Diving header. That's some passion by Julianade. Oh, he takes down Joseph Paintsil, and that will be a yellow card. Yeah, I mean, why is Palencia arguing with that? Like, Palencia is such a whiny little prat. I can't stand him. I cannot stand that guy. There is no debate there. Just keep throwing your hands up, mate. That's absolutely a yellow card, and that's the second. Yeah, you just stepped on him. There's not really there's not much you can argue about. He's just being a whiny little prat. I mean, it's a yellow. It's absolutely. And that's something that Paintsil, I think, has to take advantage of going forward. He has to burn him with pace and really test him through that side. What is our passing? Miki Amane barely gets on the end of that, but that free kick just barely ends up being controlled. Edwin Cerrillo now. Let's get him red. Yeah, hopefully. Joseph Paintsil. Palencia on him again. Palencia's hands is all over him. Oh, that was Hollingshead. My bad. That was Palencia. No, that was Palencia. Hollingshead's left back. Peck with some flair and then just passes it back to Garces. Lovely stuff there. Why Paintsill didn't take the penalty? Peck drew it, and I think the Galaxy are just giving the penalty to whoever drew it, which is probably fair. Whoever draws it has the momentum. Peck can't win that. I don't know who they thought Gabriel Peck was. I don't know if they thought they had someone a bit taller up top. I mean, you'd really need a giant for that, but the ball goes over. The Galaxy are all over the place defensively. Not really organized as they should be. Denny Bouanga back on the ball now. Bouanga. Yeah, I mean, I thought Paintsill is the designated penalty taker. But, you draw it, you get it. I'm not mad at that. And he scored it, more importantly. So 2 for 3 from the spot for Gabriel Peck as an LA Galaxy player. Eddie Segura. Can we start the "We Want Barry" chants? I think Barry would drop a hattie on this team right now. Nascimento has been largely quiet this game, which has been a bit of a letdown, but we'll see as it develops. This is a match that if he wants to get his loan extended, he would probably have to show up for. So yeah, just not a good ball. And LAFC sprayed out wide through Ryan Hollingshead. Excuse me. Ryan Hollingshead, the attacking fullback for them. Denny Bouanga on it. Bouanga flicks it over. Maya Yoshida gets dunked on. Hollingshead. Save Novak Mitrovic. What are they whining about now? Like, get up, man. That's not... Oh, my days. Yeah, we are a Division 8 foot rivals player. We are the average Division 8 team, but, it feels like everyone else is D1 or something right now. Yeah, Novak, I forgive you. I mean, it wasn't a terribly difficult save, but you have to be in that right position. And he was in the position to not make it a difficult save for him. Just ends up coming down with both of that. And more importantly, not allowing any deflection. So good by Novak. But a bit concerning that all it took was a flick over the top and we just get burnt there and allow a header that Novak has to be forced in a save. It's just not the look that you want to see. It's Maya Yoshida once again, just very airily incapable he's been. Sanabria sprays it out. Yamane. Yeah, we did have Klinsmann starting at a point. I do remember. Oh, Peck's absolutely fouled there. Thank you. Bouanga, stop, man. Yeah, that's absolutely a foul. Who's better right now? LAFC or the Galaxy? If that's your question, everybody in Major League Soccer is better than the LA Galaxy, standings wise, besides Montreal. So hopefully that answers your question. Who's better in this game though? I would still say LAFC. What they've been able to do on the counterattack against the Galaxy has been very concerning, I think, from a defensive standpoint. But Nascimento has been quiet, to answer that question as well. He's been very quiet, which is not what you want to see out of him. Poor giveaway by Miro Garces. Had Lucas Sanabria clearly had a man sneaking up on him, just set him up for failure. Dilrosun again, who has as it stands, the game-winning goal. I don't disagree that Nascimento is not getting balls in good positions, but you have to put yourself in those spots, and I think that's something that Dayon was brilliant at. But yeah, he was also dependent on service too. Cerrillo into Sanabria. Sanabria. Wide for Yamane. Garces. Peck dropping all the way back into it. I feel like a lot of players have been gifted with the task of rotating into that deep line playmaker role. You've seen Marco Reus drop back very deep at times, and right now you're seeing Gabriel Peck have to pick that up. So Yoshida Sanabria, just good defensive positioning by LAFC to force us back. I think if you're team game planning against the Galaxy, we're a bit easy to game plan against. It's just, they could have possession, but as long as you hold your shape and make sure that the ball is just cycling between Garces and Yoshida, they're not really a threat, and we haven't been. So Edwin Cerrillo, Maya Yoshida, into Julianade. First 10 minutes of this game, Galaxy looked good. I agree, but, now we're at a 45-minute framework. I think LAFC settled into this match a bit better, but we have the more recent goal. So hopefully we could carry that momentum. It's almost halftime here, everyone. We will see how much added time is given. Garces just plays it out. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Good amount. Nate Ordaz, good by Sanabria. Good defensive track back there. Sanabria has also settled into this game. I thought he was a bit shaky at first, but he came around. We need a whole new back line. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I would say the only person that gets to stay on that back line is Garces right now. And even he just is very prone to making some boneheaded decisions. Was at fault for the Denny Bouanga goal. So Peck into Nascimento. Nascimento tries to play Paintsel. Bad ball. Bouanga trying to work it through the Galaxy back. That's not a foul, though. That's just not. I mean, of course. That's a card? No. That's ridiculous. That is not a yellow card. If you want to call the foul, you can call the foul there, but calling a yellow is... He got the ball. He got the ball there. He absolutely gets the ball. So I'm not sure where the referee's getting a yellow card from. I mean, of course it's Denny Bouanga. This guy is ridiculous. Can't stand that. I cannot stand that, man. All he does is flop all game. But it's a yellow card for Lucas Sanabria issued in the 47th minute of play. We got 4 minutes of stoppage time. It is the 47th minute. Segura out wide to Palencia. 2 minutes left before halftime. We will have halftime analysis for all of you. Hugo Lloris tries to play Dilberson. Yoshida wins the header. Surprisingly, Yoshida not too great at headers, but he does win that one. Julian Ade. Ade tries to go for Paintsel. Not a bad attempt, but, definitely gets the better of him there. Edwin Cerrillo now dropping into that 3-back formation. You've seen the Galaxy attack in. Allow Ade and Yamane to get wide. And you saw Cerrillo play center back last El Trafico at BMO. Peck. You got Miki Yamane. Amiro Gar says, do the Galaxy have anything left in them before the half? Yamane. Can Peck have a hit? Peck has a hit. Not a good one. Not a good one. It's the, it's the thought that counts, I guess. That is not what you'd want to see out of him. They gave him the space and time to line up a shot, and he just sails it over the bar. Not good. Bouanga's worse than Neymar at diving, for sure. I mean, it's every game. It's every game with them. Hugo Lloris to take the free kick. 30 seconds left in this one. All things considered, I think you're okay going into the halftime break 2-1. But don't want to give up anything before half, certainly. Edwin Cerrillo. Julian Ade. Peck's calling for it, but not really open there. Paintsel burns him. Can Paintsel work on another defender? Tries to go in behind for Ade. Too much on it, and that will be the half. The LA Galaxy, yeah, Naby Keita. Don't remind me, man. Don't even remind me. I'm a Liverpool fan. That is a little too soon for that one. I don't. Halftime, LAFC lead the LA Galaxy 2-1. All things considered, not the worst half from the LA Galaxy that I've seen this season. I was a bit worried at 2-0 that this was really going to get out of hand, especially 2-0 within 30 minutes, but we get a lifeline. I think that Gabriel Peck handball, just out of nowhere, really. Ball gets sprayed to him. Best case scenario, maybe we get a corner kick. And, we get a handball from it. Just sticks his hand out. Unfortunate from him, but the Galaxy will take advantage of that and get the best of that opportunity. Converts the penalty, Gabriel Peck. Yeah, not the best, not the worst. That I feel like that's all you can really say is the fact that all things considered, there is a way back into this game. And at 2-0 at halftime, I think we'd be having much different conversations about where the Galaxy go in this one. We're not losing. We're not losing by more than, we're not losing by more than one. It's not like one goal, one opportunity can completely change this game. That being said, things do have to change coming into the second half. I think Lucas Sanabria needs to come off. I don't think he's been great. I don't think he's done much. The Galaxy started him, in my opinion, to be a bit more defensive. How's that panned out? No, I wouldn't say it's panned out really good. I would not go as far as to say Lucas Sanabria starting has panned out very good, because defensively we've still been lackluster. And I think if you're a team that needs a goal, you need Diego Fagundes to come into a game and really make an impact going forward. He's been playing more of the box-to-box role, which he's more of an attacking midfielder, but he's been forced into that 8 role, and he hasn't been the worst. So I'd like to see him come in second half. I'd like to see Diego Fagundes come in and provide more of a spark going forward than Lucas Sanabria has. I did like how Sanabria grew into that game. Not a yellow card. Absolutely not a yellow card for Lucas Sanabria, in my opinion, but it's Denny Bouanga. They got to protect their star boy. I'm sure Don Garber made the call as soon as he saw that to issue the yellow card there. Defensively, like we talked about, it's been poor. It's been really poor and disappointing to see. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary, though. I can't tell you that that's been out of the ordinary of the 2025 LA Galaxy, but it is what it is. And I think the first goal, Miro Garces just gets torched by Bouanga. He tries to keep him offside, but ends up keeping him on and allowing Bouanga to have the momentum while Garces wasn't facing the goal side. He wasn't facing goal side. And when it comes down to it, you're always going to get beat. Doesn't matter how fast you are. If you have to shift over your whole body, you've already lost that foot race. So nothing really Novak Mitrovic could have done on that first goal. I don't blame him whatsoever for it. Amiro Garces, however, you are on fraud watch temporarily. But I thought other than that, he's handled Bouanga okay. I'm a bit worried second half to see how that pans out again. Just make sure that Amiro Garces is very careful when it comes to fouling, and picking and choosing where you want to foul LAFC is very important. You could stop them in transition with fouls, and I think that's a good use of it. But when it comes down to giving up those yellow card issuing warranting ones, I wouldn't even risk it for the LA Galaxy, because you know how the refs are when it comes to LAFC. Second goal that LAFC scored, it's just another defensive breakdown. It starts from the same spot really Bouanga's run came in from, except there was a man tracking, but Bouanga was just able to get in a position where he could find a man back post, and Julian Ade loses his marker. It's disappointing to see from him. Julian Ade doesn't get his man, and so I don't like to place all of the blame on one person, but I'm going to do that. And if I'm going to do that, I think Garces on the first goal, and the second goal is Julian Ade. And maybe a mix of whoever was defending Bouanga for not really doing that. Keys to win this game. It would take a lot to win this game from an LA Galaxy standpoint. I think to win this game, really, it just comes down to, it's really difficult to say, but the Galaxy have to be better with their runs and behind. They have to break LAFC down better. And to do that, they got to be a bit more clinical. Even if you sacrifice some of the possession, I know we're a team that loves to hold on to possession, but I think it's okay sometimes if LAFC has possession, as long as we're picking and choosing, how we go forward. A big part of winning this game is obviously defensively too. We can't give up another goal. If we give up another goal, we will not win this game. It is what it is. We can't give up another goal. And yeah, last time Bolonga ripped our center back to shreds, we sent him to Montreal. Respect Jalen Neal. I thought, it was a really bad first half from Jalen, but I thought he recovered all right in the second half of that one game that I know you're referencing. We can't give up another goal. And that's going to be really difficult for the LA Galaxy. If you've seen this backline play, you'll know that all we can do is give up goals. And LAFC will have big opportunities as long as the Galaxy keep allowing them to play their transition game. We don't drop enough numbers back, and I think where we are losing the ball is concerning. I think we started this first half was really sloppy. Our passes were mishit. I feel like there wasn't enough direction on them. And overall, I think it wasn't the best display that you've seen from the Galaxy. And I get it. It's a really bad year. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We have to do better defensively in transition and not lose the ball in those poor spots where they're able to just play a ball in behind for someone like Denny Bouanga to get in. That Emiro Garces mistake should have never happened in the first place because we shouldn't have given up the ball there. So, it is sloppy on both sides for sure. I don't think either team's played their best ball. We only have 2 clean sheets this season, the worst in the league. Worst team in the league, having the least amount of clean sheets. I think that kind of goes hand in hand. But yeah, Vanny's a halftime talk demon for sure. I'm sure he's getting into the players right now and getting them motivated. Probably going to even have Raul talking to them at a point. I missed J-Mac over the top to Peck. I mean, you trade off a bit of that distribution with Novak Mitrovic. I think he's a bit more unpolished than McCarthy is. Not that McCarthy was ever really good with his distribution, but certain plays like that you definitely don't get out of Novak Mitrovic. Zonka versus Garces, coughing baby versus sneezing baby. yeah, absolutely. I think you could even put Maya Yoshida in that conversation. I think Yoshida's been very bad at times this season. So, that's a fair assessment of our center back issue, because it's like, what? You're like, oh, Garces has been playing terrible. We got to take him off. You're going to bring in Zonka? That's our next choice? That's my thing, where it's like in the summer transfer window. By the way, a bit of news that I went over on Galaxy Buzz is the fact that Aaron Bibu got transferred, and we're getting about $650K of that transfer fee from Aaron Bibu. And that can be converted general allocation money. So we're going to have money to spend and play with. And if that's the case, we need a center back. The fact that Zonka is the next guy up is really concerning. And I think if Wilkins is a smart man, which I believe that he is, he will also recognize that and know that we need a center back. We need a third string center back, somebody to really push and compete for that starting position. Yoshida's killing me. Everyone in that back line's killing me this year. I really can't say anyone's been good. I think Yamane has been torched by Bouanga at times this game. Zavaleta wants a shot. For as much crap as people give Zavaleta, I think he's been better than Zonka. And you haven't seen him much this year for sure, but I feel like in the matches I've watched him play, I cannot say that he's been as bad as Zonka. And Zonka's making more too, which is really disappointing. But I wouldn't, I would honestly have Zavaleta over Zonka in the center back chart. Every time you have Zonka play a match, it's like signing off. Once you put him on the team sheet, it's signing off like, hey, we'll start the game down 1-0 because Zonka is just going to give up something stupid, and there's really nothing we can do about it. Anyway, Second half is going to start shortly here. As we're here, any revised predictions you guys have? I'm going to stick with my 3-1. I think that's looking a bit strong, honestly, my 3-1 prediction. But maybe you guys have a draw on the cards for the Galaxy, but drop revised predictions after you've seen the first half. This is the last time to change and correct your predictions based on what you think will end up as the end result. So go ahead, give it your best shot. While you're here, make sure to subscribe if you already haven't to the channel. We do live watch-alongs every away game. We do live podcasts Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. So subscribe, turn on bell notifications so you never miss another podcast from us. I'm usually joined by Tab or Memes. Griffin was there at the start. We have a rotating cast of people in and out, but show up and show out. For the podcast, I am LA Galaxy _Buzz on Instagram. If you're not tapped in over there, I also have an Instagram channel that you guys can join to get the latest news on the LA Galaxy. So is it just me, or is the stadium kind of empty? Like I talked about, this is probably the least hyped El Trafico, and it's also, I feel like some of those empty seats you'd usually see occupied by LA Galaxy fans in the El Trafico matchup at BMO. There's usually a lot more Galaxy fans sprinkled in than you're seeing this game. Who scores in the second half? I'm going to stick to my 3-1 prediction. So I'll go with there has to be a Bouanga penalty. There has to be a Bouanga penalty. So I'm going to say Denny Bouanga draws a penalty and scores it, because all he knows how to do is draw penalties. And Bernamiro Garces, but that's not, I guess that's not very hard this year. Sophomore slump at its finest for him. But yeah, I mean, the stadium doesn't look that great. I definitely, it's not just you. I think a lot of people see that. But what is there to be hyped about this matchup right now? The Galaxy are terrible and LAFC aren't particularly good. Still an ad break here. Any questions you guys have about the second half, drop it in. Any final revised predictions? We got a 3-2 win, and the universe splits in half. That might be the most realistic outcome if we win this match, is just the universe splits in half, because why wouldn't it? It will split right in half at BMO. At BMO, it will split in half, and as long as Ricky is okay, then we're fine. Who performs better, the KFC line cook from across Dignity Health Sports Park or Garces? I'm taking the line cook here, honestly. When it comes to this season, I'm taking the KFC line cook all day. I mean, he probably will be able to defend Denny Bouanga a bit better than Amir Garces has been able to do. And maybe he could cook him. All right, sorry, that was a really bad one. I'm sure he's cooking up the LAFC Falcon right now. The LAFC Pigeon is being cooked at the KFC on Avalon, as it always is. Their little pigeon mascot. You know what's really weird? Hold on, let me drink water for this one. LAFC's obsession, like their fans' obsession with Cosmo, is really weird to me. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I'll see it on Twitter at times, and I'll be like, what? Like, Cosmo's like a kid's mascot. And I'll see LAFC fans like make stickers, and I get it. It's all in like fun or whatever, but it gets weird at a point. Was it true an LAFC fan shat in their own stadium at one game? Yes. At an El Trafico, an LAFC fan shat in the stands. And there's video proof of it too. It's their fan base, man. They're different. They're so different in the worst way possible. They're a unique breed there. The obsession with Cosmo, by the way. Why I say that is I've seen stuff that is like death to Cosmo, and it'll be stickers, and it'll be like death to Cosmo, and his like head will be decapitated. And I'm like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, y'all are weird. Like, I get it's in good fun, but at what point is that like there's like on the sticker, there's like Cosmo with his head decapitated, and there's like blood on the floor, like on the sticker, like the photo, and I'm like just like y'all are weird. When it comes to that stuff, their obsession with the galaxy is very interesting, and the Cosmo one is probably even more strange to me. Yeah, no Cosmo slander, whatever. You could go at all of our players, it's fine. The players know how to take that. As there we go, another Galaxy Buzz prediction. Lucas Sanabria comes off for Diego Fagundes. Thank the Lord above. Lucas Sanabria, please, you are an Al Hilal. He's a bum. That guy's a bum. He's so bad. Can we get out of that U22 contract, please? Maybe he'll come around, but I don't think it'll be with us. I think a good front office gets rid of that contract after this year. I think that's a test of a really good front office, is if you could get rid of that. But excited to see what Diego Fagundes can do going forward. He was very motivated to get in this match. Yeah, you are an Al Edifac. Lucas Sanabria, such a bum, man. Really unfortunate too. I was rooting for him from the start, and he's not come around. Peck tries to play it off of Tillman. Oh, yeah, we are here and up and running. Let me get this up. Yeah, there we go. Amiro Garces out. Yeah, pack your bags. You know what? Amiro Garces, I will personally drive. No, I'm not Amiro. Lucas Sanabria, I will personally drive you to the airport if it means you go to Al Edifac. I'm so done with that signing. It's a waste of a U22 spot. Miki Amane. I want to see Nascimento step up, to be quite honest. I mean, he didn't have a good game last game. Pencil tries to go for Royce. I saw the vision there. Doesn't end up completing that. Edwin Cerrillo. I think you're going to see the Galaxy look a lot more comfortable with Sanabria off the field. And, this is our first choice lineup. It is what it is. The Sanabria experiment, if we end up losing this match, I think it's fair. If I was a press reporter, the first question I would ask Greg Vanney is why Lucas Sanabria when Diego Fagundes has been fine in that midfield role. Really changing that was stupid. Win probability is dropped to 5.7% for the LA Galaxy and rise to 78.4% for LAFC. I mean, what's there to expect? That's kind of typical when a team is leading at halftime at home. Julian Ade into Peck. Galaxy once again in the 3-back going forward. Ade into Yoshida. LAFC holding their line. You kind of saw that high press drop off as time went on with the second half. Cerrillo into Ade. I just want to shout out the people at the top amount of XP. Blessing Paintsil fan, and Zlatan the Goat, top 3 in XP for watching the stream the most. So appreciate you guys. Edwin Cerrillo, can you find an option? I believe that's also commenting the most. So yeah, appreciate you guys for all tuning in today. Yamane, still Yamane. Mark Delgado ends up dispossessing him. I'm sure they've seen that a lot in training when he was back with the Galaxy. Nascimento. Royce tries to play Fagundes in behind. Not the worst attempt. Dilrosun's trying to get behind. Great interception by Julian Ade. Oh, that's got to be a foul. No, Mark Delgado is going to play Tillman in behind. Timothy Tillman. Yoshida is not going to press him. He's going to step back. Tillman just blasts that over due to a deflection that will be out for an LAFC corner kick. It's time. We're bringing out a cookie. We're bringing out the cookies. I need something to help me through this match right now. This is my performance-enhancing drug right now. Good deflection by Yoshida. You saw he was kind of stuck in between two things there. Bwanga sends it into the center. Trickles around. It's going to end up going out for another LAFC corner. That was a really good look from LAFC there. We got I'll never understand why we didn't just put Puig on season ending. I think Puig wants to come back. I think that's really the thing there. If Ricky wants to come back, you let Ricky come back. Bwanga. Is that a Cincy fan? What? Bwanga back into the center. Bwanga tries to burn paint, so he takes a paint still touch out of bounds. I'll tell you that much. Red card this half? I don't think so. Sanabria's off. If it would be a red, I think it'd be Palencia. Cerrillo for Cuevas. I don't know. I think if Cuevas came in, it would probably be for Miki Amane. And I wouldn't hate that change. I would not hate to see Cuevas come in. He could have a moment where he just establishes himself as that guy for the LA Galaxy to step in. I've advocated for Cuevas to start over Yamane at times this year, so that's not a horrible shout. Yoshida. Ade swings it wide into Fagundes. Fagundes just gets pocketed. Then Ade back on the ball. Ade's been exceptional this game. That's got to be a foul. Yeah, speaking of second yellow. I mean, that's not second yellow worthy, but Palencia absolutely just levels Edwin Cerrillo there. It's going to be a good free kick position for the LA Galaxy. Let's see if we're able to make anything from this. Royce and Peck will stand over it. Definitely want Marco Royce. Definitely want Marco Royce coming in and delivering that ball. Yeah, I mean, Palencia, once again, no argument there. Yeah, Peck will clear out. Royce will stand over. Can the Galaxy get it into a position where Yoshida is able to get ahead on that? No. That was a really, really bad set piece. And I'm not sure if they called that a foul or if Paintsa wanted a foul there. Really bad set piece from the Galaxy. It was in a non-threatening position. Nobody was there. No white shirts were in a spot to be able to pick that one up and finish it in the back of the net. Hugo Lloris out of the back. Just going to stand on it. The Galaxy maintaining shape here. Not too eager to pressure them. They're just making sure to maintain defensive posture. Lloris again. Into Tillman. They're trying to build out of the back, but we're doing well not giving them much space. They might just have to launch this at a point. Nate Ordaz trying to work around Cerrillo. Peck dropping back. Cerrillo in the midfield. Good defensive positioning by him. Nate Ordaz is going to stay on the ball. Ordaz loses it. Diego Fagundes, good defensive cover there. Nascimento's in. Nascimento has Paintsil. Paintsil has Royce behind him. Paintsil, no! Oh, he's off. I think Nascimento's off on that ball. Oh, man. He had Paintsil right there. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's off. Grand Sear and Cabral, I need you. Yeah, absolutely. Surprised no Cerrillo yellow yet. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, that was I think it was Nascimento off. Unfortunate. They're gonna spray this one up for Bwanga off of the free kick from it. Nate Ordaz into Dilrosun. Dilrosun has Hollingshead out wide, opts for Hollingshead or Palencia. Palencia has Bwanga back post. Good header out by Yoshida. It was Paintsell offside. And I'm not sure how he was offside if he was right next to the man. It was right on his shoulder. So, it's just a Paintsell things right there. Absolutely just a Paintsell things. Palencia into Dilrosun. I like our shape better. I like our shape a lot better that we've come out. I think taking out Sanabria and putting in Fagundes has done a lot of heavy lifting when it comes to the Galaxy's defensive positioning. This is good. This is good, but just takes one chance. Just takes one chance, of course. My stream keeps lagging at times. It's so annoying. Oh, Royce wins that ball back. Oh, off of Tillman. Should be a Galaxy throw-in. Royce in some pain there. Royce lands on the turf part of the field, I believe, which is not where you want to be landing. Lands on some fans, I guess. He's hobbling, but he's up. I like those shorts. I like that shorts combo for the LA Galaxy. I like the 6-star on the shorts. I think that's kind of class. Yeah, he was off. He was out. I'm not arguing the offside decision. I think that was definitely the right call. Amiro Gar says, paint still dropping back. Yoshida. Ade once again tucked into the center back position. Calls for Nascimento to drop back. Nascimento does, but he sprays it out wide for Fagundes again. Slow build-up. Galaxy, once again, 0-8-4 record on the road this year. Not what you want to see out of the 6-time defending MLS Cup champion. Yamane now. Yamane, does he have an option in the box? Nascimento, that ends up hitting Hugo Lloris, but I like that chance. I like that chance because if Nascimento were to get a touch on that ball, I think he's able to cause havoc, and I like the idea a lot. They're trying to service Nascimento. You got to service your striker, so Boanga tries to go for Hollingshead. Amiro Garces. Segura chasing. Fagundes. Can we break now? Can we break through the midfield? No, just a bad ball by Fagundes and lands at Hollingshead's feet. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure the turf hurts. I mean, Marco Royce, very injury prone player himself. Hitting that turf is not gonna, at the ripe age of 37. I think that's really gonna hurt. Don't forget, Galaxy will be on the road. We will have another live watch along on our next away game at the Houston Dynamo. So if this is your first live watch along, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on bell notifications so you can stay tapped in for the Houston Dynamo watch along, as well as our Tuesday podcast we have coming up. It's interesting that we're not more aggressive to come out the second half, but I don't mind it because, like I said, I think we've done some of our best work in the counterattack, and it's okay to drop off possession a little bit. And I think you've seen the Galaxy do that. They're like, okay, we don't need the lion's share of the ball. We just need the good chances. And especially with LAFC leading, they're going to be able to dictate a lot more of the game than the Galaxy are able to. So, but there is a lot of things stacked up against this team right now. The fact that we haven't won on the road and the fact that we have not won while trailing would suggest that the Galaxy are, not in for a positive result, but we're one goal away. We're one chance away. And that's what the team needs to be thinking about right now. Very patient play. LAFC are kind of in a similar position the Galaxy were to start the second half, where it's like, yeah, you could have a lot of possession. Oh, good tackle by Garces. Almost got that all wrong though. A bit risky, but ends up being the right choice. Segura launches it out wide. Palencia, who's on a yellow card. Palencia Dilberson versus Peck is a bit interesting of a matchup over there. I think Julian Ade would support him. I think Julian Ade would have to be the one to support him. Another good interception by Miro Garces. I've liked what he's done. Good by Edwin Cerrillo. And just a bad ball that who other than Mark Delgado picks up. Of course it's Mark Delgado. He's amazing. I'm so upset that they're the team that got him. Hollingshead. Boanga tries to get past Garces, who has clamps on him right now. Garces just clears it up. Segura heads it. Can Paint still get on the end of that? No. LAFC maintains possession. No look pass by Mark Delgado. Palencia. Dilberson working on Ade. Gets clamped by Julian Ade. Dilberson has the goal, obviously. He's one of their newcomers on loan from Club America. That will be a handball for LAFC and a yellow card for Timothy Tillman. Now they have 2 players on yellows. That is the second yellow for them and the third of the match. There's a little light at the end of the tunnel for the future, especially because the Galaxy Academy won MLS Next Pro. That is a good point. I mean, the gap between MLS Next Pro, the cup, the like U17 cups and stuff, it's going to take a couple of years for it to, trickle into the main team. But you definitely want to see some of these guys like Dylan Vanny get a shot in the future at potentially being an impact for an LA Galaxy team that could use some, youth, a youth movement, especially when it comes to our front line. Guys like Marco Royce are eventually going to need a replacement. And not saying, someone like Dylan Vanny's that guy, but you need your academy players to be good contributors because they're on very low salaries and you're able to sell them on. We need to take advantage of that. And I think it will be, this year's bad, but I don't think it's bad enough to be playing, all of the academy guys. We're not like 2017 LA Galaxy. We're still a competitive Galaxy team. I'm home. We're about to come back. I hope so. I really hope so. We got 28 minutes plus stoppage time, whatever stoppage time there is to do that. Fagundes out wide for Paint. So how funny would it be for LAFC to not be able to beat this 2025 LA Galaxy team, though? Especially with all of the trash that they talk about where we are in the standings, to not be able to beat that same team would be quite embarrassing. But we got work to do. We definitely got work to do. Fagundes just plays it right into Tillman. Or no, Igor Jesus. Delgado gets dragged down by Amiro Garces. I mean, Garces that high up the field has to make a decision. So, that's not the wrong decision by Amiro Garces. Another cookie. It's stress eating hour, everyone. It is stress eating hour. We are we're here. That was a chance for LAFC. That was a chance for LAFC. The cross intended for Nate Ordaz ends up being cleared out by the Galaxy. Good last-ditch defending. I'm surprised that wasn't a yellow on Garces, by the way, so we will take that. Ade's the only one that keeps Ordaz on there. I think Ade has to do better at watching his line in that kind of scenario. And we let him leave. Yeah, I mean, I think the salary cap, I think the Galaxy had every intention to keeping Mark Delgado. I think that was the last person they wanted to get rid of, if I'm being completely honest, was Mark Delgado. Out of the ones who left, obviously Brugman was their first choice to leave because of his injury proneness. As Denny Boanga will swing in this corner into the box, front post cleared out by Julian Ade for an LAFC throw-in. Not a good corner kick. That's something you'd see out of the LA Galaxy. But I think just when it comes down to salary cap, it was the move that we had to inevitably make. I think the team that he went to was more disturbing than anything. But he was the last person they wanted to let go. Not a penalty. Get up, get up, get up, mate. Get up. We all knew that was going to happen at some point this match. Don't even start throwing your hands up, mate. Don't even try. Don't even start with that. Amiro Gar says, just, that's never a pen. Never a pen. Just doing his job. Yeah, and the referee is not going to let that one get the best of him. Peck switches it. Good switch for Ade. Ade, can he trap this ball? He does. Ade, what can he do? Ade swings it in off of Delverson for another throw in. Another Peyton prediction. Let's see. Wait, hold on. We got some Parente. Parente was good. Parente, did he play Wednesday? I don't remember him being significant to that game. I think Parente's been fine. Oh, he did play Wednesday. He's been fine this year. I'm not really he's not making enough money for me really to care. It's not a guy like Zonka and Yoshida who are combined making over $1 million, or even, I don't know. There's a lot of bad salary situations on this team. Miki Yamane making almost 900K is not cool. Yamane now, though, loses the ball. Mark Delgado has definitely bested him in this game. Boanga is driving through the center. Boanga is going to go all the way. Denny Boanga is going to score, and that should do it. The Galaxy have conceded 3. Just absolutely leaves them wide open to run. It's like, hey, Boanga, we're real estate agents, and we're going to allow you to have as much land and space as you want down the center. Don't even worry about it. It's our gift to you guys. Just have as much space down the center to run into as you want. And once again, it's off of just bad defensive play. Yoshida gets dragged out by Nate Ordaz. But where's Amiro Garces? Where's Amiro Garces? He's jogging back. He is jogging back. The only one who even tried to track back was Edwin Cerrillo. I mean, Yoshida tried, but at a point, he was just completely taken out of the play. I mean, what can you say? What can you really say? This is the 2025 LA Galaxy. Denny Boanga has a brace in this match. That shouldn't be unexpected. Shouldn't be unexpected to anybody that we would leave that much space. That's just atrocious. Maya Yoshida tries to, win the ball. He gets pump faked by Nate Ordaz, and they end up capitalizing on the opportunity, and it is 3-1 LAFC. But remember, you're nothing special. We lose every week. Okay, you can get back in your own half, mate, Boanga. You've celebrated for about 5 minutes now. Like, we get it, bro. You scored on the 2025 LA Galaxy. We need to throw you a parade or something. Raise the trophy. Let's see. Novak glued to his line. I guess you could say that he needs to come off his line there, but yeah, as a goalkeeper, that is a good point. You should probably be coming off of your line, but I would blame a lot more people. The fact that he just had literally a half of the field to run into freely, I think, is a lot more concerning. And not even from the wing, just directly down the center. He could have started his run from Hugo Lloris and just darted in a straight line down the center, and he would have ended up scoring anyway, because we just gave him everything. So, congratulations. The 2025 LA Galaxy is terrible, and that shouldn't surprise anyone. But we're at my 3-1 prediction right now. So let's hope this one doesn't get any worse. Royce just plays it into Tafari. Good on Peck for checking. Garces, yeah, Garces is just he's not been good. I don't know where he is there. Like, absolute fraud watch. And Peck trying to fight Garces. Garces has been terrible. I would be very mad at Amiro Garces if I was sharing the field with him, because it's like, what can we do? You've given up 2 goals to Denny Boanga right now. You're next. You want to join Jaylen Neal at CF Montreal, buddy? Because I think you're going to be headed there in a few. I will personally wait, they were VARing they were gonna go to VAR for both of our own players headbutting each other. Interesting. I'm not sure I've ever seen that before, but what else can go more wrong this year? I don't know. Yeah, it is fight night for sure. This is the 2025 LA Galaxy, and we all hate each other. It's unbelievable. You can't just help but laugh at this, how abysmal the Galaxy are this year. But Fagundes now. Peck, who has the lone goal in the game. Peck plays it back to his fight buddy, Amiro Garces. That's something where if you're Greg Vanny, you're going to have to just, that has to be done behind the scenes for sure in the locker room. He needs to definitely talk to both players about that one. But Edwin Surreal on the ball. Yoshida. Diego Fagundes. Galaxy attacking a bit more now. Fagundes has a shot. Doesn't really test Hugo Lloris, but it wasn't too far. It's something. It's something. And you know what? From a Galaxy team that is really showing no fight in this game, I'll take that from us, because we've done something this game for sure. Offensively, I think the way we started the second half has been pathetic, but we're starting to build into it. Maybe that third goal is a wake-up call. It just happens to be probably too late of one. We didn't need a third goal for it to be a wake-up call. So, but yeah, I mean, the Peck shot was definitely almost able to hit a target, test Hugo Lloris ideally. Miro Garces. Yamane. Peck tries to play it into Segura. Ade. Cerrillo. Edwin Cerrillo. Paintsil. Joseph Paintsil. Joseph Paintsil's torching him. Paintsil's torching him. Oh! Oh! Oh, I don't know how they kept that one in play, but geez, Joseph Paintsil. Yo, he just ended Palencia's career. We need Paintsil to be attacking a bit more through that side. Ade swings it. Peck. Not a good clearance by LAFC, but eventually gets out to Denny Bouanga as their outlet. I think one of our DPs leaves in January, but what market value does either one of them have? I mean, I don't think it's Paintsil. I don't think there's much value there, and he came from Europe. Peck hasn't played good enough to go to Europe, in my opinion, at least not for good value. Yoshida now. And then Ricky's coming off of an ACL tear, and regardless of how good he was, no team's going to take a flyer on him. He's going to need at least until summer 2026. I think our DP core will stay. I wouldn't imagine that it changes, but there has been Peck rumors, maybe, but unless it's in the range of like 20 to 25 million, I don't see the Galaxy parting with that. And why would they? And his value is not at 20 to 25 million right now, by the way. A penalty does not change that for me. Out to Yamane. Nascimento. Can we capitalize on a bit unorganized LAFC defense here? They're trying to press. Some of their guys are out of position. Yoshida's up very high. Edwin Cerrillo. Into Ade. Ade. Back to Cerrillo. Cerrillo. Back to Ade. Ade. Back to Cerrillo. Cerrillo. Into Fagundes. I mean, it's just now they have their shape back. Oh, that's got to be a foul, though. Really? Okay. I mean, I'm not sure. There's definitely a shirt pull there. Not quite sure how that wasn't a foul. But, Jeremy Abobasi and Frankie Amaya are coming in for LAFC. But where are the Galaxy subs? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure where the Galaxy substitutions are coming. And with the way that that's got to be a handball, though. Really? Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. We don't need to get calls anyway. Peck might want to go home. Well, there's no way Peck goes back to Brazil. There's no way. That would be such a lateral move. He'd just be killing his career, in my opinion. Even if there's a better team in Brazil than Vasco, he'd be killing his career. But there has been Brazil rumors. Yeah, Boanga, like, swivel on it, man. That's absolutely, yeah. I keep crying. All you get is penalty calls, mate. Look at your goal contributions without penalties and talk to me again, bro. Like, Mark Delgado comes off for LAFC. Peck goes home, he would be going to the best team of his country. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that he needs to go to Europe. He needs to go to Europe. I mean, he has to. If he goes anywhere, it should be Europe and not back to Brazil. He's good enough for Europe when he's playing good, and I think next year maybe that's an option if he starts picking up form again. But until that point, I just, I don't think he's going anywhere. But he might want to get off a sinking ship, and I don't know if you could blame him. You definitely need to recoup a transfer fee. I wouldn't really care where he goes if we get a good enough transfer fee, but there's no way. From what I've seen, it's in the range of like 12 million or something, and that's stupid. We bought him for like 10, and Vasco has 30%. We'd be losing on Peck, the newcomer of the year. Doesn't make sense. Yamane. Frankie Amaya, yeah, Pat's legend. That's Pat's alumni right there. Paintsill into Edwin Cerrillo. The Galaxy need to do something very soon if they want to get a chance at a draw in this match. If not, I don't think LAFC are even in a rush to score a fourth. I think they're more than fine just shutting it down defensively. But what can we do? Ade. Royce. Has to be the conductor here. If Zonka leaves, Royce might go. Lucas gone. I wouldn't mind any of those three leaving. And I love Royce, but another year of Marco Royce on $1.3 million. I understand how good he's been, but he's going to be even more injury prone. I'm surprised he made it this far in his career, honestly. I wouldn't mind any of those three going. I don't know how realistic. I would love for Sanabria. I'd love for Sanabria to, leave, but I just don't think we get out of that contract, unfortunately. Yamane. Paintsill. Back to Yamane. Yamane tries to find Peck. Eddie Segura clears that one out. Yamane. Royce. Paintsill into Royce. Can he swing this one in? Peck goal! There we go. That's the second. That is the second goal for the LA Galaxy, and that is the second for Gabriel Peck. That is another lifeline into this match. Let's go. Absolute stunning goal by Gabriel Peck there. We will take that. Wow. What a finish. What a ball by Marco Royce. Jeez. Is there a lifeline? Is there a chance? My 3-1 prediction's wrong, but I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier to be wrong on that one. Great goal by Gabriel Peck. Can we repeat history here? We need to bring back Kevin Cabral. If you guys remember when Kevin Cabral scored an equalizer to take it to 3-3. Brilliant. Oh my gosh. We're in again. Oh, nah. Royce doesn't make the best of that. Let me reload my stream. I think I'm a little behind. Let's see. All right, we're back. Fagundes is on it now, dropping deep. Fagundes to Yamane. Good build-up play from the Galaxy. Do we have life? Do we have anything left in this one? I'm glad that this is a competitive match. I'm glad that we're making this a competitive match. And that's all you could really ask from LA Galaxy. We need the Cabral dance. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Cabral Nation rise. I'll hit the Cabral dance again if we end up equalizing this one. Bring Kevin back. Yeah, we do need that. Oh my days. They freed him from Colorado. Yeah, I'm saying, like, if you can fly Kevin Cabral in for the final 10 minutes of this match, I guarantee he comes in and scores. What's the referee? What are we looking at? What? I don't have the comment. Oh, substitution. Cuevas is coming on, everyone. Cuevas is coming on. And Christian Ramirez, Nacia Mensa will exit the match. And I believe John Nelson is coming on for Juliana Ade. We got another cookie. Everyone, it's time. It's time to buckle down for the final couple minutes of this one. This should be real good, real interesting. Let me free kick LAFC. Fagundes now. Peck driving through the middle. Peck. IGP's in this match. I'm a bit surprised to see Parente, but he's here. I mean, I like him, but Edwin Cerrillo's off. I mean, he's taken on a lot of minutes in recent times, so I don't hate that, but interesting. Let's see if Ramirez can score. Roy's shot is wide. It's going to be a corner. All right, we locked in. 8 minutes plus change in this match. Any revised predictions for you guys? Yeah, 4 subs for the Galaxy. Definitely need fresh legs, shake something up. Fagundes whips it into the box. Is there somebody back post? It looks like Peck will get that. Peck will trap it. He has IGP back. He will play it for Cuevas. Great ball by Peck. Cuevas into this. Ramirez. Oh, if he hit Ramirez's head, that's an equalizer. So close from the LA Galaxy right now. We need one more goal. We need one more goal to get a result out of this match. We were down 3-1. Do we have anything left in us? Cuevas. Royce into Fagundes. IGP. Paintsill into Parente. Hollingshead just tries to push off Peck, but there's 3 men on him now. Still hits a great ball into the center. Back post. Yoshida almost gets up for it. It's going to be a corner kick, I think. Okay, maybe not a corner kick, but it is a great chance for the LA Galaxy. That was another really good look. We're building a lot of momentum into this game right now. Wow, that was incredible. That was incredible. I love how we're playing. And by the way, Gabriel Peck is a man on a mission right now. He is ready. He's ready to get into it. And unfortunately, if it weren't from Emiro Garza's absolute stinker tonight, we'd have a better shot, but we don't, Here it is. More substitutions coming in for LAFC. Danny Bawanga and Dillerson come out of the match. David Martinez comes in. We want Cabral. Come on. 84th minute. Yaboa also comes in for LAFC. IGP. Yoshida ends up winning the header. Galaxy looking a lot more comfortable, a lot more threatening. So dangerous now. Do we have something left in us, though? Do we have another goal? Royce. Oh, the transition right here. Tillman. Peck wins it. Good defensive. Peck's been all over the place this game in the best way possible. Joseph Paintsel takes it around. Paintsel is going to have a... I like the run, but I hate the effort because that was a terrible shot by Joseph Paintsel that just lands in Hugo Lloris arms, not really threatening him whatsoever. So definitely not the look that you want to see from the LA Galaxy when it comes to shot selection there. I think he just a terrible shot, but good run down the center. I like the pace. I think he's starting to really torch LAFC. Abobasi, former San Jose player and Portland Timbers. How many goals have you seen him score against the LA Galaxy? Oh, almost Abobasi again. Maya Yoshida with a last-ditch attempt prevents that from being 4-2 and game over. But this is getting really close, guys. This is getting very end-to-end. I feel like both teams are all in right now. Usually that ends in one more goal either side, so we'll see. We're definitely going at it. Yeboah back to Tafari. Segura. Peck almost slides. Almost gets a slide. Frankie Amaya. Hollingshead. Good pressure by the Galaxy. They need to maintain consistent with it. The fresh legs are making the difference right now. All of the players subbed in for the Galaxy are just being very pivotal to what could be a comeback. David Martinez. Martinez on Cuevas. What a tackle by Cuevas. He's phenomenal. Fagundes has, oh my gosh, he has Ramirez. No, doesn't get past Segura. I see the vision. But that was not the way to execute it. This is getting down to it, guys. This is really getting down to it. Yeah, I mean, I like the effort from Peck. That was a Peck-esque shot. That's funny you mentioned that. That was what that's exactly what I was thinking when I saw that too. That is the average Gabriel Peck shot. Not this game, though. Not this game. Marco Royce. Royce and Yoshida. Yoshida playing very high up, 88th minute. It feels like the whole Galaxy team is in the LAFC attacking third. They're really trying to apply the pressure here. IGP. Fagundes. Back to IGP. Royce. What a ball from Royce! Peck! No! What a save! No! Oh my days. That was it. Christian Ramirez. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure how that one doesn't end up in the back of the net. Cuevas crosses it. Ramirez, back post. Nobody there. Paintsel again. Yeboah doesn't get it cleanly. What are you doing? Oh my. That's so selfish. That's so incredibly selfish from Joseph Paintsel there. Oh my gosh. That was the chance. That was absolutely the chance. I can't believe it. Ramirez, just a kick save by Hugo Lloris twice. Oh my gosh. Oh my days. That was incredibly close. I can't believe it. I'm in shock. I am absolutely in shock. I'm not sure how that one stays out. What a save by Hugo Lloris. Wow. For a terrible goalkeeper too. That's just, it happens. It happens, man. Paintsel though. Paintsel, we need to talk, man. This is getting really bad. This is getting embarrassing. Anti-Carson Social Club, by the way, might be the funniest shirt I've ever seen because it's just like so stupid. It's so I can't imagine actually anybody wearing that, but you'd be surprised how much of their fan base wears that. Paint Sill, clean tackle. Paint Sill again. Paint Sill again. Paint Sill, mate. Paint Sill, please. I'm begging you, Joseph. Do something. Cuevas, good tackle on Martinez. I'll take that. Get stuck in. The players are getting into it now. There's definitely some tensions rising. A lot of players going for it. Diego Fagundes, Maya Yoshida, the captain, getting into the mix. Novak's up there. It's El Trafico, everyone. And if you were wondering how big of a rivalry it is, it's this is it. This is it. He's trying to clip farm. Is that a red? Wait, what? Wait, who just got the red? Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, there is a red card out. Okay. A lot of yellows. A lot of yellows he's showing, but who gets the red? Wait, that's not us, right? Wait, yes, that's Eddie Segura. That's Eddie Segura. Nah. Hey, goodbye. Yeah, take that, mate. Swivel on it. That is absolutely a red card. Hold that. The Galaxy have the man advantage. It is stoppage time here. Eddie Segura. Yeah, they need to hold him back. Oh, shiver me timbers, Eddie Segura. We're so scared, man. Come on, get off the field, mate. Head to the lockers. Head to the locker room. You are a trash clown. Get off. Bunch of yellow cards issued there, but Eddie Segura ends up getting the red for absolutely grabs the neck. I'm not sure what he's thinking there. What an idiot. What an idiot. LAFC red card, I think his blessing paint still said if there was going to be a red, There was a red. There was a red. This is El Trafico, everybody. This is El Trafico. I wonder how much stoppage time is going to end up being added as a result of this whole altercation. But a lot of yellows issued, but ultimately the hands to the neck isn't. Yeah, I mean, Eddie Segura just absolutely into Fagundes. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot. What an absolute prat. Get out. Get off the field, mate. Get off. Okay. Can the Galaxy capitalize on the man advantage here? Can we show how much stoppage time there is here? Like, is that a thing? Do we know what stoppage time is? Yeah, Eddie Segura, get off. Yep, the red card's officially issued. We're back. We are back. The ball's in play. And we still have no word of how much stoppage time. Perfect. David Martinez, don't let that out for a corner. And of course, we let it out for a corner. Of course, Amiro Garces. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a fine for Eddie Segura for sure. 5 minutes? Wait, is that including the 2.5 that we didn't play? Pack yellow. I mean, I don't really care. Just get the ball in play. Can we not argue if we have 5 minutes of stoppage time? Just let the ball be in play, please. Begging. Possibly. Anybody? We want to get this. Like, is the 5 minutes including that? Because if it's including that, then we got like a minute left, which is ridiculous. Come on. And they're just not going to play the ball in. They're just not going to play the ball in for the corner. They're taking it short. They're taking it short, really. Okay. Yeah, Yabo on it. Galaxy win it cleanly. It is going to be out for a Galaxy goal kick. Novak Mitrovic needs to take this quickly. He goes to John Nelson. John Nelson into IGP. IGP needs to be a bit more forward with that, but Novak's going up. Novak into John Nelson. John Nelson. If it's only 5 minutes and we played only 5, then we got a minute left. But if not, I would imagine this goes to 97. Peck into Cuevas. Peck. Royce. Fagundes. LAFC holding shape well. They play it out wide. We do have the man advantage into the box. Yoshida. Oh, just too tall for Ramirez. That was such a good chance, too. Oh, man. What's up, Barton? Dang. That was I mean, just a little too tall for Ramirez, but let's see. I mean, this shouldn't be the final play. If we're serious. And by the way, can we just give him a yellow? Yeah, thank you. Like, he's just readjusting the ball. Like, he's done that about 5 times. He's taken a minute to take a goal kick. Like, but they're gonna probably blow after this or something stupid. Like, we need to play out at least another 2.5 minutes from this, but I don't know if we're gonna see that. It's got to be a Galaxy throw. Okay, it's not. So this ball is just not going to go back and play. The ball is just not going to go back and play. This is such an annoying part of the game, is the fact that they're not going to get the ball back into play, and we're going to get like maybe a quarter of that time re-added on, and it's just frustrating. But I mean, I would probably do the same thing if I was in their spot, but it's just a bit frustrating. And the ball goes out once again for an LAFC throw-in. This game is just going to end with a bunch of throw-ins. Like, really disappointing because we had a lot of momentum, but I think that Yoshida header was about all we were going to get left in this match in terms of big chances. But, maybe there's one thing left. I mean, it's Galaxy ball now. The Bobacy's running it down. Garces into Nelson. Garces to Fagundes. Fagundes running it. Peck. Swings it wide to Paintsill. Does he have a man back post? No. Peck. Cuevas, just send it in. Yes! Yes! Hold that! That's 3-3. You can't beat the worst LA Galaxy team in history. Swivel on it, mate. Oh my gosh, Maya Yoshida, I love you. Maya Yoshida, you are the greatest you are a top 3 human being of all time. You are the GOAT, man. I love Maya Yoshida. I'm in absolute disbelief. I am in disbelief right now at what has just happened in this game. It was the final chance. Wow. Oh my gosh. The Galaxy will get a point out of this game. I cannot believe it. That is the final whistle. That's the final whistle. What a comeback. What a comeback. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. What? Oh my gosh. That's unreal. I'm in absolute disbelief right now. They cannot, by the way, if you're an LAFC fan, have some shame. Like, you can't beat us at your worst. You can't talk about standings and not beat us at our worst. What has gone on in the... Yeah, Boanga, keep crying, mate. Keep crying. Oh, my days. I can't believe it. It's the captain. This was for Cosmo. Absolutely. Maya Yoshida, you are a top 3 human being of all time. I'm in disbelief right now. This was my favorite game to do a live watch along on because this ending is unbelievable. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. What a game. What a game from the LA Galaxy. Oh my gosh. Wow. Just take a moment and admire the choke job by LAFC and the absolute heart on the LA Galaxy. absolute heart from the LA Galaxy to fight back in this one. Unbelievable. This club, this team, even in our worst, is still able to own these freaks. Oh my days. Wow. Literally the last kick of the game. Let's go. This is why we have 6 stars. We are the model franchise of Los Angeles. We are everything that the city is for, because we own it. We own LAFC, and they can cry about it all they want. We run Los Angeles, and it will always be that way. The blue, white, and gold, the 6-time MLS Cup and defending MLS Cup champions. LAFC can cry all they want. They choked this game. What an absolute blast this was. What a header by Maya Yoshida. I am over the moon right now, and all of you should be. And yeah, Maya does make more than Zonka. Jeez, that is crazy. That is such a crazy game. My 3-1 prediction was wrong. 3-3 ends up as the final score from BMO. We didn't lose to them this year. This will be the final time we play them, unless they force a Leagues Cup match through a rigged draw, which you can almost guarantee. But, we'll take the tie. Yes, we will. Yes, we absolutely will. The LA Galaxy salvage a point out of this match. And LAFC are, I guess, crying. But here's my thing. Hands to the neck. What are you crying about? What do you like? That's an automatic red. They can go cry. They can cry themselves to sleep tonight because that Galaxy run LA, and we always will. We own this city. We own LAFC, and that's just not going to change. In the year 2025, the worst year in Galaxy history, they still can't beat us. What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? We own you guys. We absolutely own you guys. You little bottle jobs. Every single time the Galaxy have, yeah, I mean, swivel on it. Absolutely swivel on it. That's all I have to say. That is all I have to say. What an El Trafico. This was an absolute classic, an absolute pleasure. Make sure to like and subscribe while you're here. Turn on the bell notification. What a wacky roller coaster that game was. In disbelief right now. My head is on Mars in the best way possible. That is our 16th point of the year. And, thank you guys for tuning in. Another amazing classic vintage El Trafico on Tuesday. We will have another live podcast. And as for LAFC, you guys can swivel on it. You guys are irrelevant and never will be Los Angeles and the Galaxy run this city like we've always done. And hold that, you bottle jobs.